Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow Toasters Trolls. This is your host with the most, A.K.A. also known as Nelson. And today I want to cover something that I've been meaning to do. And it's kind of a bit of a spin-off as towards to something I did previously, Smoothie Time. And I had gotten some interesting comments passed my way after getting some criticism about it. And a particular friend of mine had told me that, he's not a wine person. So anyone in particular who's wondering what I'm talking about, if you're a newcomer or if you haven't able to catch that video, again, you can go to my channel and it should be right there for you to go check it out yourself. But he had brought it up to my attention when I was presenting what you want to make ideally for a smoothie that I typically use. Then he said to me that what if you are not someone who particularly cares for wine like that? And I was like, you know what, that's a good point to be said. Because some of y'all may not necessarily be huge wine drinkers, or you don't even care for wine in the first place. So I thought to myself, well, maybe there is space there to create an alternative for you guys. Well, I'll cover it down the road later on. But today, actually, I want to cover something else. And in particular, I want to cover lemonade. And I already got all the ingredients you can see right now, but I got it right here. But I'm going to show y'all in a minute. Now, actually, before we even get to that, if you would do your boy such a kind favor, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share, post notifications if you care to do so. If not, it's all good, baby. All right? Just want to go ahead and get that out of the way. But actually, a quick disclaimer I do want to get real quick for y'all. Please stay hydrated. This is water for the moment. But soon we're going to have some lemonade. And actually some special made lemonade, to be more specific. Now, let me just give a quick one out of the ingredients we're going to use today. First and foremost, we're going to use a lemon. Now, this is a big-ass lemon, so y'all can see, right? It's a big-ass lemon. And you don't have to use a lemon like this big, necessarily if you don't want to. It's perfectly fine. But I'm just showing you what I have on hand. We're going to use the whole lemon, freshly squeezed if you can. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like to, use stuff with your hands, squeeze and whatnot, that's perfectly fine. If you want to use a store brand, bought off the shelves, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. But personally, again, like I said before in my previous video, I prefer to squeeze it. Now, today, as an alternate for some people who, actually, before I even get to that, I'm going to show you the lemonade I'm about to use, right? I'm going to use Country Time, okay? And let me say this real quick. For those out there who look at this and say to yourselves, this is all you need to put in for lemonade, at the end of the day, I want to just give a quick PSA for you guys specifically. I understand that the packet, in fact, let's read this real quick, okay? Now, how much sugar in total that this container holds is 24 grams of sugar, okay? That's all together. Or excuse me, including 24 added sugars, so that means it is 47% is what it's made up of for the sugar. Now, here's the thing. I recognize that for some of y'all, you think to yourself, that should be enough sugar in the lemonade. You don't need anything in additional. Now, me personally, and maybe this is just because of how I was personally raised, and I'm not trying to go this whole back and forth of, oh, this is how my people did it, this is how some people do it. Look, at the end of the day, y'all, wherever you want to prepare in your own home, that's up for you to decide, okay? If you want to do it for yourself, that's probably okay. But I'm just showing you something that I personally care to do more so for myself and for those around me. Now, here's the thing, right? I got the picture right here. I'm going to put it right here in front of me. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a little trick. Now, with this, obviously you can read the instructions in the behind the container and how many scoops you want to put in, yada, yada. Me personally, I just go off how I usually do. I just go in until at the very least, and I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. But see, of course, you don't want to put too much. And granted, if it tastes like there's not enough lemon powder in it, what this is, lemonade powder to be more specific, the all means you can add as it goes on. But what I typically like to do personally is get it to where, I'm gonna stop right there for a second. And I always want to make sure it's leveled out. But you see how much it's about, at least that's easily about maybe half a quarter. Not half a quarter, y'all, but that's easily about like maybe 10%, not 10, about 15% of the whole entire container right here. That's typically what I personally like to do. And from there, what we're going to now add, and this is why I want to add on to this. Now, for those who want to go back to my smoothie episode, another alternative as a sweetener for your smoothies and whatnot, this is good for it. This is right here. Some good, excuse me one second, pineapple juice, okay? And yes, I almost foamed that. I caught myself. But also, just so you guys know, this is also a very good alternate way to, let's say if your blood sugar kind of low, if you want to pick it up, but you don't want to drink like soda and whatnot, this is a good thing right here. It picks your sugar up pretty well. And, and by all means, please make sure you shake it up. Because it does have the pulp in it, which isn't necessarily a terrible thing. But me personally, y'all, I know it's kind of weird for me because I don't mind the pulp when it comes to certain fruits, and some I do. Like orange juice, for example, I do not like the pulp in orange juice. I don't know. It's weird to me. I understand some people it's not bothered, but I'm thankful that, you know, there are people who agree with me that, you know, pulp in orange juice is just fucking weird. It just tastes weird. And if you guys go ahead and like the style of the suit, you know, with the shirt, you know, let me go ahead and back up on you. Let me style on you real quick. And yes, I did hit my knee. That shit hurts as fuck. That shit hurts as fuck. But I had style on y'all real quick. But easily, just so you guys know how many ounces in the can, just in case you guys want to know, it's about, how many ounces? I can't even tell how many ounces is in it. But I think it's, hold on, if I can find it, how many? Well, I'll tell you what the milligrams is. It's 250 milligrams. But anyhow, I probably got that fucked up, but anyhow, this is what I'm going to typically do. Always shake it up, and then we're going to pour it in there. Pour it in there. Now we're going to set that to the side. So I'm going to show y'all again what it looks like, okay? Now, what we're going to additionally add is some fruit. Some frozen fruit excuse me, y'all. Frozen fruit, preferably. You know what I was going to say. You already know. We're going to move on. All right? Now, this is just some fruits. Excuse me, y'all. You already know it's fruit. I already told you. Let's stay focused. This is, I'm about to show you strawberries. Actually, you could add strawberries if you want to. I have some strawberries in there, but I'm not going to add strawberries right now. What I'm just going to add is some berries. I already said I was going to add strawberries. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. All right? I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. Put that to the side for a minute. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add the lemon juice in there. And something I probably should have gone ahead and stated earlier in the beginning. Please, y'all, wash your motherfucking hands. I'm going to repeat myself just in case y'all didn't catch what I said. Wash your motherfucking hands, you nasty bitches. I know some of y'all don't wash your motherfucking hands. All right? And don't worry, I'm not going to fuck my jacket up again. Trust and believe. And also, just so you guys know, when you squeezing, don't be afraid to let some, well, if you try to make sure you don't have to put the juice in there, not the juice, the seeds in there. But what I was going to say was, if you got like one of those pictures where it have like the two, I'm going to show y'all real quick so you see what I'm talking about. If you have like one of those picture tops, that's where it has like a hole in it. The other side has kind of like a bars to kind of like catch like seeds and stuff. That's a good one to have. It don't catch it all the time, but it catches most of the time, just so y'all know that. Anyhow, you can stay focused. Y'all can hear that. Like a squeezing. Let it get in there. And something I should have mentioned before, and I'm going to mention now, y'all. And I know, typically speaking, I shouldn't have to necessarily say this, but some of you are some special motherfuckers. But I'm going to go ahead and state it right now for the record. Please, ladies and gentlemen, and my total shoes, when you're squeezing lemons specifically, please do not squeeze these with any kind of cuts or any abrasion to the skin as possible. Please don't do that. I know some of y'all are so special, so I need to go ahead and make that statement right now. Please don't do that. And do not come back to this channel saying, oh, it burned. Why you didn't tell me it was going to burn? Motherfucker, I told you, do not squeeze lemons with any kind of cuts or open wounds on your motherfucking hands. All right? Or abrasions or anything like that with your hands. All right? So I said it, I stated, don't come back with that bullshit. All right, motherfucker? All right, motherfucker. Now, gonna go ahead and get the other one in there. And just so you guys wonder why I want to kind of like put all that stuff in together before I add like the water and whatnot. And also, please use filtrated water, okay? All right, don't just throw any kind of water in there. Use filtrated water. Filtrated water, okay? Now, now that I squeeze all that in there, I'm gonna wash my hands so y'all can see. Wash my hands. Now some of y'all weren't raised wash your motherfucking hands by your parents or your guardians. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. Don't worry about that noise. Alright. Now, with all these together, and this is typically what we're going to have. So I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Now, we're going to stir it up. Now I'm walking away for no apparent reason because the thing I need to use to stir is already in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and just stir it up. I'm going to stir it up. We're going to stir it up. Y'all go ahead and make fun of my accent if you want to. You have my permission. But if you're wondering why I'm doing it like this, is because the frozen fruit, when you let it soak in there for just a few minutes or two, or not a minute or two, excuse me, y'all. When you let it soak overnight, as it kind of like is defrosting, it's going to release all that flavor and the juices into the lemonade over time. And by all means, please, take your time. It ain't gotta be crazy. Take my time real quick. Because it ain't gonna be too long. I'm almost done with this real quick, y'all. So I can show y'all this. Alright, now I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Alright, I mix that all together. Now, I'm going to pour the water in. And here's another thing, little tidbit I'm going to share with you guys. Now, sometimes, depending on how much you want to put into it, it may be lacking a little bit, it may be a little too strong. So, some bit of advice I would encourage y'all to do is, typically, for me personally, just so I can gauge if it needs to be added a little bit more water or it needs a little extra oomph into it, I always typically try to go about halfway and then taste it and see how it tastes and be like, okay, I need to add this amount of water into it to kind of like dial it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, it ain't gonna take too long. Oh, another thing you guys could do is if you don't have any like cool water to mix it together and you have like say kind of like lukewarm water, you can also put ice in there too to kind of like cool it down a bit. Additionally with the fruit as well. Or if you don't even want to do it with the fruit, you can do it with the water. That's perfectly A-okay. That's fine. Give me just a second. Give it a minute. Give it a second. All right, that's good right there. So you see, it's a little bit, if you can see it, it's just a little bit above half, but that's perfectly A-okay. Like I said, we're going to taste it and see how it goes. And again, go at your own pace. Don't feel like it has to be perfect or anything like that. Again, if this is your first time, just take it with a grain of salt and you'll improve next time. And also, you don't have to just do the berries. You can have an additional bit of just different fruits if you want to, all together. Like a fruit punch if you want to. I mean, arguably, you could say this is technically going to become like somewhat like kind of like a blend of fruit punch / lemonade, in a sense. And then here's the thing, y'all. Also, I do too. I'm gonna show y'all. I always scoop at the bottom. because you don't want any kind of particular residue left at the bottom as you're mixing it together. Or I personally prefer not to make it to that point, personally. But just scoot it up a little bit. And you gotta do it fast, you gotta do it slow. Just take your time. All right, now, with that being done, just had to get that little bit of water left I had in there, because we're gonna go ahead and use this cup. I can pour a little more. Now, switch it up a little bit, and go and give it a taste. All right, not too bad, not too bad. I came out real good. It does need to be down a little bit, but it's A-OK. Whew, feet itchy. But with all that being shown to y'all, for today, hopefully you guys find this very, what I'm trying to say, hopefully y'all, this was, you know, something you can try at home. You can do it, you can bring to the family, you can bring to your friends, you can do it at potlucks and whatnot. I think you're having a great time. With all that being said, y'all, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Actually, real quick, and it just clicked in my head too. In fact, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna be right back, because I'm gonna show y'all something else, and I just thought about it. If you want to do this too. I'm back. Just popped in my head. Now, if you want to be a little fancy on that ass, and you don't want us to use the, let me put this right here, you can probably see it right here. But if you don't want to do, real quick, a little tidbit before we get out of here. God damn, I don't know why my feet so fucking itchy right now. If you want to get a little fancy on the ass, if you don't want to use the pineapple, you can also do a little bit of sparkling, what's this? Not alcoholic white grape juice cocktail. You know, sparkling, what's it? What's this? Cocktail, if you want to. But that's just a little tidbit that just came to the top of my head. But anyhow, all that being said, y'all, thank you for checking the video out. I hopefully do. I appreciate you guys' continued viewership and support for the channel. Thank you so very much. I truly appreciate that, y'all. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Namaste, and I'm out. Peace.